Being here in Kham, we see there's a bottomless need. And a means needs to be put in place, a mechanism needs to be put in place for people who are critically ill to have adequate diagnostic procedures and to have adequate care. We're most interested in the work that Mathieu Ricard and Raphael and Nomad are doing in their organization, because the thing that's essential is that there's continuity of oversight for all these different projects.
Does he have a lot of pain with bowel movements?
Je parle maintenant de temps de ces. Je parle.
It's pretty common. Go to the iliac and to the low back in here that can radiate down and around.
It's not a contained prostate cancer. It's in other areas of the pelvis. So it's not a promising situation. So our consensus is that the best approach is palliative. People don't care for themselves necessarily very well here. So that's something that needs to be taught and emphasized. Our clinicians made an effort in that direction, and now we've taken the next step to get him into a firm situation where there's a firm diagnosis, and also to ask Dr. Funsuk to oversee the process. It's not just a matter of giving him opioids, strong pain medication. There has to be oversight, and we've asked the Tibetan clinician here if he will take responsibility, which he indicated he would. When I first came to the Himalayas in 1980, I saw, like every Western person sees, that there's a deep need in the Himalayan population for healthcare. And yes, there's Tibetan medicine, which has great virtue in Chinese medicine and the indigenous shamanism, but that Western medicine has also something tremendous to offer. And so I began to invite clinicians to come along on these trips, and the Nomad clinic was established and has slowly grown. It's all been kitchen table. Point has not been to establish an institution, but to ignite the passion within the hearts of some clinicians to come back, as Philip is going to do, for example.
I'll be back next year, maybe late spring, early summer, and I'm not sure at this time how long I'll stay, but maybe a minimum of 1 month, if not longer, and I would like to set up a clinic with some equipment and develop an ongoing clinical program.
The real joy for me was the collaboration with the medical students, the fresh medical students who had just come there. And they were so eager, to learn.
So he's worked here for 5 years, and most of these people are his patients, and most of them he's seen at least once. Okay, his wish is that we see all the patients.
So I think things are working out really well. We have abundant amount of supplies that we're sharing equally among different clinics, and this is very satisfying.
But for the clinic, I think it went beautifully because all the dedication, the intention and realization and success, of bringing all this material to the clinic.
It's really been tremendous running these clinics, but also, trying to keep things moving forward. I think all of us have really given our best to all the complex agendas that have been present in our pilgrimage. But people have been fantastic, so.
There is this deep part of us that wants to serve. And for me, as I walked through here and I thought about all of the Tibetans that we encountered and their perseverance and their joy and their graciousness and gratefulness despite these kinds of circumstances, it even brought that out more for me.
I think it's the first time the success, of checking very thoroughly everybody was kind of so perfect. I think at least we can think of 4 or 5 lives that are going to be saved, So I think it's fantastic.
I think there's a fair amount of enthusiasm among some of our colleagues here who also expressed their wishes to come back. So if we can stagger our visits, maybe we will end up having an ongoing clinic, which is very, very exciting.